I use Now What mostly for the forums.
It's nice to go on there and just read alternative ways on how to do day-to-day stuff.
I think any young person going through cancer should really just jump on and have a look. What have you got to lose? It's definitely worth it.
The website's called Now What, Your Space for Taking on Cancer, and the URL is www.nowwhat.org.au. It's a place for young people to go where they can find information, support, get in contact with other young people and talk about what they're going through.
A number of years ago, Canteen embarked on needs research for young people living with cancer. The needs research uncovered a number of salient needs for these young people. Particularly salient was the need for information, reliable information in a way that they could understand about their own cancer or their family members' cancer, and also peer support from other young people who had gone through or were going through a similar situation to them.
This website is different from other resources that are out there, primarily because it's for all young people living with cancer. So be it that you have cancer, your mum or dad, your sibling, or that you've lost someone to cancer, this website is for you. It's easy to find. You can dip in and out of it as you like. You don't have to give too much of yourself to a website, and it just enables people to kind of take control in their own time of what they want to look at. The other great advantage of it is 24/7. So the website is always there for you. If you wanted to go and look up something about cancer at 2 o'clock in the morning, the information's there that you need.
Our research identified really significant correlations between unmet needs and psychological distress. The higher the unmet needs were, the higher the levels of psychological distress were for these young people, and for many of them that entered into the clinical range, which required psychological assistance. So we're talking about psychologists, social workers, allied healthcare professionals. So in meeting these needs, we're also lowering psychological distress, which is really fantastic for these young people.
So the first thing you see when you go to the Now What homepage is you see up the top a whole host of stories that young people have sent to us with their photos. The premise of doing that was that we wanted young people to realise the first thing when they go to Now What is that there's other people out there and that they're not the only young person dealing with cancer. You can actually submit your own story, you can post it to your Facebook profile, and you can email it to a friend. The next thing that you see is the information section. Here you can find information about cancer types, tests and treatment, about dealing with relationships, about day-to-day stuff. We also have information about grief and loss, and also what is life like beyond cancer. So whenever you click into any of these sections, what you will find is all different fact sheets about certain things. The other thing that we have there is forums. So they range from discussions about what it's like to lose a parent, or what it's like when you're staying in hospital for a long time and how do you deal with being in hospital for a long time. The main driving force about Now What is that it's by young people for young people. So it's a young person's community. So what we really want to see is young people being active in the community and discussing on the forums. We want young people to be submitting their stories. So what we'd ask you to do is get online, have a look, read other people's stories, and then tell us your story, because not only is it beneficial for you, but you never know what other young people might read your story and really understand what you're going through, and that would really benefit them.